Hey, howdy and happy day. I got profound stuff for you here. It's from your wiser advisor. I had to write it down. Right and wrong doesn't change with the times. Liberal laws. Just because you have the right to do something doesn't mean that it's not the wrong thing to do. Think about that. Hey, liberals, they make me crazy. I mean, liberals to conservatives, please, please. This is in the US, of course. They've been after Trump for so many years now. Please, they say, do not do to us what we have done to you. And okay, really, a lot of them are saying that, and they're saying, we're going to leave the country now because we're going to get treated badly. We're probably going to get sued and chased and harassed, and blah, we don't want to do that because that's not nice. Really? What have you been doing for the last several years? There should be no revenge on us. Really, the left, they think weirdly. They really do. You know what? I can hit you and you can't hit me back. I mean, I've always said if somebody hits you with a 2x6, beat them up with a 2x12. Ah, you know, they just keep on being themselves. Why don't they sit down and do a little conversion testing, you know, and think maybe right is not so bad. Maybe right is kind of good. You know, the governor of Oklahoma, jumping here, keep up. The governor of Oklahoma, I spoke about him the other day, over 500 convicted illegals in prison and the big cost and so on. But an interesting thought that I had after I did that show is, when you send them back to countries, what if the countries won't accept them? What do? Kind of an interesting thought. Venezuela, we're not, you know, we don't want, the 8 million people have left Venezuela, some such a huge number, and you're bringing thousands and thousands, maybe millions back. We don't want them. So what do? Well, the convicted criminals, the guys that are in jail, I think that's pretty easy. You parachute them into a city with a backpack because they're worried that if they go back to their country, they'll get hung. So these are bad people, bad guys. I mean, they're in jail for rape and murder and so on. So you parachute them into a city with a backpack, with a rope in it, and we're here to help, right? Just saying. Now, the prime mistake of Canada. He's an interesting guy. I mean, U.S. people, in the administration, they don't care for him much, and they're saying this guy, like he's a commie. He's just done terrible things to Canada. Him and his group of goofs. I mean, I don't know that it can ever be undone. It's that serious of a problem, and the new administration people are recognizing that, and they're saying Trudeau's in the American news. Go to Fox News, and he's always there. I mean something about him, and they're saying, what do we do with this guy? And like, what are you doing? Now, the most recent thing is that Trudeau said, I support the arrest of the Israeli prime minister. And he goes on to say that Canada supports international law. And Canada, buckle up. I mean, it's going to be a tough ride here if you're not cautious, because there are people in the administration who have used words like, or terms like, we will crush Canada's economy. Crush. That's not a nice thing when you have a big neighbor, a great big elephant, and he's going to sit on you. Like, kind of be nice and get rid of Trudeau. Like, Canadians, your country is being ruined, and the people are, you know, look at me, look at all of us, and it's upsetting. So get rid of this guy and do it quickly. You know, Trudeau, he flew thousands of miles in a government jet, paid for by taxpayers, of course. And he told the G20 panel, it's just another example of crazy from this guy. And he says, you have to fight climate change. It's more important than families in Canada putting food on the table or paying their rent or their mortgage. Climate change. It's all about climate change and gender stuff, and that's all he talks about. I mean, it's quite incredible. Now he's blaming the Canadian citizens for speaking out against his carbon tax. And how dare you? You know, we're taking food off your table. You guys are hungry and you have no money, and you blame us. Be quiet. Don't blame us. We're doing what's right for you. I can't wait till Trump gets in, because there's a whole bunch of new awareness and stuff that's got to go on in the world, but particularly in Canada. Get rid of that guy, the prime mistake. He's ruining everything for everyone, and Canadians are just great people. They got all kinds of great resources, and you have this nonsense going on. How did it happen? Oh boy, that's a show all by itself, a long show. But at least let's end it and let's work with the Americans. That would be a good thing. Hey, y'all come back. See ya.